Hey, it's Matthew David, and I want to just give you a word of advice. So, I talk about the 3-2-1 process for manifesting prosperity at my website, MatthewDavidHurtado.com. The link's below. It's myname.com. And I give all credit to God for all the prosperity that I've ever received. I've done millions of dollars in sales all over the world with several companies, and it's just magnificent how blessed I have become in spite of me. All right? Now, I'm dubbed as the minister of allowing because I wrote the book Allow, and I teach principles on how to align so that you can receive. You want to become a master receiver, and then when you ask, it will be given. The key is you have to be able to receive it. So getting your magnetics right, getting your expectation right, your belief, and translating faith into currency, which money is a currency. My own natural energy yield's an acronym. So tithing, when you start tithing, do what Edwin Gaines talks about and make a contract, make a covenant with God. Every year I write a new covenant with God. And what I do is I put in the top 5 things that I want to bring in to my life. Okay? That I want to bring in. And then I also put in 5 things that I'm willing to do. Okay? That I'm willing to do. And usually it's, for others. And this is one of the magic components of life, is that when you really want to release the resistance to what's, the stuff standing in your way of what you want, then get out of selfish desires and get into desires for other people. And that helps you bring it in, because it's not just you trying to contain something, it's you allowing it to pass through and becoming a conduit for more of life's creative expression through you. So I've just added on my website a template. You can download a covenant. I recommend you keep a journal for 6 months, like Edwin Gaines says. For 6 months, you make a journal and keep track of all the blessings that come in. Keep track of it. You will be surprised. I have been blown away. You do not want to know how many times I have been foolish enough to have an argument with God, saying, God, where is the blessing? Where is the blessing? And it's been received already. See, once I started documenting this stuff, I started to recognize that as my tithes increased and my faith increased, my prosperity also increased. And it came in many ways, also money. It wasn't excluded. And the irony of it is that it happened in spite of me. Here's what I want you to know. This is a great lesson for you to understand. And tithing helps you remember this truth. You cannot trust your deceitful senses and your lying eyes. They are not accurate. They are not accurate. Here's an example. Whenever you would investigate a crime scene, this is just a horrible example, but it'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about. You take the sworn statement of everybody who witnessed the same thing happen, or allegedly the same thing happen, and you will get a whole plethora of inconsistencies, because everybody has a different vantage point, and you may even be hearing different stories. Well, if truth is objective and the fact is the fact, then how can there be so many different stories, so many different opinions? Well, it's because our mind and all of our 5 senses in our mind do not give us the full evaluation of what is happening We see through a subjective lens. We see through our own belief systems. Okay? We get in life what we expect. And what we believe comes from what we do. So when you want to raise expectation, you have to increase your faith. And that raises your expectation, which is a currency. And that also increases your trust, which is also another word for expectation or currency. And tithing is the most powerful principle in prosperity. And it's the one that most people ignore. And there's nothing you can do for somebody that's going to ignore it. Because what happens is they think they know too much. And they think that they see reality and that they have such a great understanding of all of the mysteries in the universe that they can outcompete a divine law. And that's okay, because they can have mammon be their God. That's what it is. That's what it means to serve mammon. I serve God. I've had millions of dollars come through my life in the past few years, and it's because I serve God. Because before I started serving God, none of that was a reality for me. So give it 6 months and make a list like Edwin Gaines talks about, and keep track of all those tithes going out and all of the blessings coming in, and then do an inventory. And I think if you're like me, if you're like Edwin, if you're like any of my mentors who tithe, it's going to blow you away. And that will become the birth of what I call super prosperity consciousness, because then you'll realize that something bigger than you is in control, and all you ever had to do was align with it. Take care.